Welcome to this essential training on SIRE 2.0, focusing on item May 1st, 12, steering gear failure emergency drills, applicable to vessels such as oil, chemical, LPG, and LNG tankers. This inspection verifies that the master and officers are fully familiar with the shipboard emergency plan for steering gear failure, and that drills have effectively tested the company's procedures in accordance with publications like the ICS Bridge Procedures Guide 5th Edition and IMO SOLAS. A steering gear failure can severely disable a vessel's maneuverability, posing significant risks of collision, grounding, or environmental damage as outlined in the OCIMF/ICS Peril at Sea and Salvage Guide. Our objective is to ensure the crew can respond effectively to such a critical situation, covering failures from bridge control systems, single electrical or hydraulic failures, or complete system breakdowns. This inspection covers various failure scenarios, including control system failures from the navigation bridge, single electrical or hydraulic system failures, and even a complete failure of all steering systems or rudders, as detailed in the vessel operator's shipboard emergency response plan. A robust shipboard emergency response plan for steering gear failure must be comprehensive, detailing coordination of response efforts, procedures for all credible accident scenarios that protect life, the marine environment, and property. In line with IMO Resolution A.1072, the plan must identify the person in charge of response activities by title or name, communication lines for external experts, the availability and location of response equipment, initial notification procedures, and onboard reporting, with annual reviews to reflect changes in legislation or equipment as per TMSA KPI 11.1.1. Specific actions include assessing maneuvering capabilities. If steering is lost but propulsion remains, consider locking the rudder in a fixed amidships or hard-over position, or using engines with full or emergency full astern revolutions to bring the stern into the weather, then maintaining with lower revolutions. Understanding the drift characteristics of a disabled ship is vital. Officers must be able to plot the rate and direction of drift on a suitably scaled paper or electronic chart, considering wind, current, the ship's head, and any previously recorded drift patterns from tables and guidance documents. Drift can be influenced by placing the relative wing on the port or starboard side before momentum is lost, which can alter direction by up to 60 degrees. Additionally, giving the ship a list, adjusting the trim by stern or head, or locking the rudder hard over to the downwind side can optimize drift behavior. SOLAS Chapter 5, Regulation 26.4 mandates emergency steering drills at least every 3 months to practice procedures, including direct control within the steering gear compartment, communication procedures with the navigation bridge, and the operation of alternative power supplies where applicable. Company procedures define the frequency and format for recording drill details, such as testing emergency steering by direct control. Inspectors will verify that the latest drill was completed within the defined time frame, recorded properly, and consistent with the vessel's bridge logbook entries. During an inspection, expect the inspector to cite and review your shipboard emergency response plan for steering gear failure, review records of completed drills to confirm timing, format, direct control testing, and alignment with the bridge logbook for the previous 6 months. Inspectors will interview navigation officers to verify their familiarity with methods for estimating drift rates considering wind, current, and the ship's head using charts and tables. They may also request a safe live demonstration of the emergency steering system, including communications and alternative power. To avoid negative observations, ensure your emergency plan is ship-specific, covering all failure modes, that all officers are familiar with it, including drift estimation and emergency steering operations, and that no defective equipment is present, as per inspection guidance. Inconsistent drill records not in company format, unrealistic or inadequate drill scenarios, drill dates mismatched with bridge logbook activities, or overdue drills are grounds for negative observations, if deferred due to poor weather. Ensure company notification is recorded and noted. In conclusion, Maintaining a ship-specific plan covering all failure modes like bridge controls, single systems, or total rudder loss is paramount. Conduct and meticulously log your 3 monthly drills testing direct control and comms. And ensure crew proficiency in drift estimation and engine maneuvers for propulsion retention. Prepare thoroughly for inspector reviews of the plan, drill records, interviews on drift methods, and demonstrations. Your evidence will include the emergency plan, completed steering gear failure drill records, and the bridge logbook for the previous 6 months to demonstrate full compliance and safety.